We back with another episode. I know it's been a minute. We're gonna get a little more consistent as we progress, but here we are with another episode of No Pad, No Pencil, and we got
What up, though? It's Petty.
and Coop with the camera. I thought you was gonna say Petty something, but it's Coop with the
It's a
camera.
petty motherfucker. That's what it is.
Pettiest of in the city, sort of God. But we back, and we got a couple of topics to talk about since it's getting down to the election time. I'm not big on politics, so I couldn't tell you the first thing about who's the correct candidate, but I can tell you who is not steering me in the right direction, and that's Kamala Harris or Kamala. I don't know how to pronounce it at this point because I've heard it all different ways. But anyway, I'm not a fan, and I've been seeing her do her little stupid little
What I don't,
campaigning.
what I don't like is we ain't heard shit from this bitch in the last 3-4 years. But now, as soon as it's her time to shine, or as soon as they redoing their stuff, she been popping out the BT and keep on quoting rap songs and shit and re-rocking them. I don't like that.
The first thing that rubbed me the wrong way is when I watched the BT Awards, which I have not watched in so long. But when I seen that goddamn, I don't know, advertisement to get people to vote, whatever it was,
We're
it
going
was
to have to
very,
pop out and show them.
yeah, it was very not political. It was cringy. It was very ghetto, to say the least. And I was reading one of my Facebook friends' posts, and he was like, he don't see the big deal because why do we associate professionalism with politics? I think in order to be in the political world, you need to be
You should be
professional.
like the utmost, like the top professional.
We
People
expect
like
you, yeah.
it's like
We don't want to have you popping out and showing niggas.
yeah, it's
We
like
straight on
it's
that.
like cops. It's like, well, cops are human too. Yeah, but we hold them to a higher standard because they supposed to be policing us. They watching over us, so you would think that they would overly know different laws and different stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they supposed to set an example of what, how to be a civilized person. And I'm not even saying she being,
once you
I don't
sign
know.
that oath, you're a different type of nigga. And she want to keep on trying to show she's still the same, but you're not the same. And I even heard Trump say, I've been knowing Kamala for about 20 years. And every time, or Kamala, however the fuck you say her name, and every time you seen her, she was pushing her Indian heritage and all of that. He like, and now when she get into the spotlight, now she's all of a sudden black. When he said that shit, I could have fell out my seat because that's exactly how I felt.
And I just saw a clip on TikTok. She has portrayed to be more than just Indian. She's portrayed to be Indian. She's had a country accent. She's had this ghetto accent, like, or she just try to relate to whatever crowd she talking to. She code switch a lot, but it's cringy code switching because that's not you. That's not you. I don't know. It's so many things that I
They
could
try
say.
to because Obama did it, but he did it the right way. Obama used to do it, but he did it sprinkle. He mentioned Lil Wayne one time. One time he mentioned like he don't go out his way to just be doing extra shit. But he used to do it too though. He spray his out a little bit better. That's why his didn't seem so extra. Hers just back to back. What she just say? Then she just dropped she had Quavo at the what is that called? What exactly is those things called?
The political, I mean, a campaign,
The
whatever.
campaign shit. Yeah, she had Quavo there, and she's gonna say, like my good friend Quavo said,
Oh yeah,
walk it like I talk.
yeah.
Walk
I
it
seen
like
that.
you
Oh
talking or
my
something.
god, it's just what in the Boondocks? What in the Family Guy? I'm waiting on the episode to drop with one of them. But
I think Boondocks gonna do a special just for the Times Square. I
they
think they
got
should.
to.
I
They
think they
got
should
to.
do like a mini thing. Then Netflix should give them about 40 million. Netflix out here giving
And
niggas money,
I'll watch it. I'm
or
for sure.
Amazon. One of them will get. They'll get that nigga a hell of a deal for like a 6 to 8 episode update on right now what Riley and Huey got to say about all this whole ass shit.
I will for sure watch it. But what I was about to say, then okay, so the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing, I had seen like just I don't know. I think I might have saw a picture of Meg on the stage, and it was like, "This is Meg at Kamala's campaign." I'm like, for what? So I'm thinking maybe she was giving a speech to empower women or something. She performing a whole ass song.
and twerking.
Not a song on Megan Thee Stallion's playlist or album or mixtape, whatever she want to call it, is professional. And I'm going back to that post. You have to be professional to be in a political world. That's just one. That's one role where professionalism is expected. It's some places like McDonald's and Burger King and whatever that you don't expect too much. But
and just to play both sides a little bit, Trump been doing the same thing, but he has not been doing the same thing. Trump been going to every hood all around America and having all they top rappers pop up to their shit. But they was just endorsing her, like just saying they little 2 cent. He came to Detroit, Vezo and Peasy did it. He went to New York, them Chef G and them other niggas, them drill niggas. He went to Philly, did it with a couple of niggas. He do it right because he not having them up there performing they fucking songs.
Yeah,
They just showing that they fuck with dogs.
Yeah.
And this and that. You don't want to. He ain't having Vezo Peasy up there like 2 million up and dumb shit like that. That's stupid as hell. You got Meg out here twerking for real, and you trying to get votes.
What are you selling here?
Ass.
Because I would not turn on the TV if I was somebody who was not, into politics at all and didn't know what was going on. If I'd have turned on the TV and seen that, I would have not thought that it was a presidential,
what she really is
campaign going on.
Is what she really is pushing niggas to not take females serious in the workplace, because it kind of looked like she pushing the sexualization of women. Because why you got this bitch up here twerking?
Yeah.
So now you about to be popping up at the next couple hookups with a little more cleavage showing. Yeah. And, like, come on now, what is you pushing? Stupid ass.
Pushing P.
She pushing P. You didn't call her by the name.
You said it would have what?
She pushing P. That's crazy. But it would have been cool to have Megan up there talking her shit, and it would have been cool to just have her talking. She is a college graduate, and all that shit like that. She could have been up there talking like some real shit and speaking on the policies and the different laws and all that shit that's going on.
She could even try to sell us on the Tory situation. Domestic violence is not the answer. Anything, shit, gun violence. Yeah, she could have pushed any of that.
And she fucked up. She pushed to turn her ass around the twerk. That's all she had to do because the bitch is goofy. But
and it's
if we're gonna get into it, all right, go ahead.
Oh, and I was gonna say, I'm just thinking about like the generation that's like listening to the music and or not even listening to the music, but also following politics. They still learning about politics a little bit in school. Maybe I don't know what they're learning, but I feel like they still talking a little bit about the presidential election, and to be like, oh yeah, right, what happened at the last debate? Oh well.
Meg was throwing that ass in the circle.
Meg was throwing that ass. I mean, what can you expect them to say? Well, she was throwing that ass. Like,
if they would have gave me homework on that shit back in the day, that would have been some ignorant homework. I couldn't wait to get in front of that class. I could tell you what I do remember.
I don't know what they said, but I know what they did, and I seen it. I know you seen it, but yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
exactly
a joke. It's a
joke. Said, though, like the shit Meg was going through. The reason she even forefront and even in the way, or like a person of that caliber right now, anyways, because you're being pushed from the Tory weird situation. Yeah. And so this would have been her time to shine.
To sell that moment. Yeah, and that's a whole other story.
No, it is a whole other story, or it could be a perfect segue. Speaking of. The bodyguard and dropped what he had to say.
Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it since we're talking. So
since we talking about it, so right. She ain't want to bring it up.
So
what she tell
he dropped the story. He dropped his. He came forward a year later with his written.
No, he didn't come forward a year later. They let it out a year later. He had gave them that submit.
Right. Okay.
But they wasn't able to use it because they felt like.
Well, they told something about the prosecutors told them not to, or it wasn't a good time.
It felt like it probably fucked Tory up even more. Come to find out, it didn't. Shit, he still got fucked over.
Right.
And like I said, I kind of get it to some extent because they felt like he couldn't completely say he seen him or didn't see him shoot. Mm-hmm. He just seen him grab for the gun from old girl and shit like that. You can't really do that in the court. You got to be sure if you're gonna bring something up. Yeah. You got to be for sure, because then anybody could play any kind of way if you could just say, you know what I'm saying? I think. No, fuck, did you think?
Right.
Do you know?
So I want to just get into the story a little bit because I did read the what is it called? The witness statement. I read the witness statement, which was the bodyguard, the driver. He said that he was the driver the night of the Jenner Kylie's party.
Yeah.
So he dropped Tori off to the party to meet with Meg and Kelsey. He sent the driver back to pick Meg and Kelsey up for whatever reason he didn't get into, but I'm assuming they was probably too drunk. He was like, "Come get these bitches," and he probably was trying to mess with the Kylie,
I'm about
like
to
you
say, you
said.
know,
He was trying to get on
you
Kylie. He
trying
was
to get
like,
some
"Yeah,
pussy, and
I'm
these
just
hoes in
take them
here
to my
cock blocking and
take them to
shit.
my crib or wherever they gotta go," and they get in the car, they get in the limo with the driver, then they circle back because Meg left a shoe or shoes. Didn't say if it was multiple, but she left a shoe.
Anybody in the comments, say a time where you left somewhere and you left your fucking one shoe. I can see you even leaving both shoes because you just so blow, you just going with your fuck. When the fuck you just left one shoe?
Well, if
Whether
she
it was in your
wait,
hand or one shoe
okay,
was
hold
off.
on, I can elaborate. So she probably had on heels. She might have changed into some flops. She might have had the heels sitting down. May have
Grabbed one.
no grabbed it and dropped it, or yeah, grabbed one on some blow shit. Yeah, I'm not saying I've done it, but it's not too far fetched. Drunk bitches be drunk bitches. Anyway, so she left the shoe. He circled back. She go in. Well, he didn't say she went in. He said he went. She went around the back of the
Yeah, she didn't
house.
go to the front of the house.
She
She
went
didn't go
around the
to the
back of the
normal door.
house,
She went to the back pool entry.
and he heard arguing back and forth between Tori and Meg.
Because
They
Tori was
get
probably getting a little bit ahead. But go ahead.
you trying to ask me. So then Tori and Meg end up getting in the car. For, Kelsey's still in the car the whole time in the limo, whatever, driver, whatever. They get in the car. They still going back and forth. They pull over. Meg get out, sit down. He talk her to get back to the car. Basically, they still arguing. So then Kelsey finally asks what's going on. They talk about the fact that they was messing around. Kelsey get mad, pull the gun, trying to shoot Meg. Tori jump in front of the gun. They get the wrestling with the gun. Tori and Kelsey, and the bodyguard said he don't know who shot her because Tori and Kelsey was wrestling for the gun. That was the witness of the bodyguard, and I kind of believe that story. I hate that he didn't see who shot allegedly, but he's probably trying to stay out of it on that side.
Hey, you remember when Meg said he told her dance, bitch, dance?
Yeah,
What
he.
happened to that
It was a
story?
lot of extraness.
What happened when Gail was like, "Were you guys fucking around?" She was like, "No, we never did any of that."
Yeah,
Crying and everything.
yeah,
That's crazy work.
yeah.
But you know, she is savage.
Classy. Oh my god. So I don't know. We still don't know what happened because he didn't necessarily say who shot, but we know more of a lot of the stuff that Meg said was a lie, clearly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what they do with that statement. Hopefully, it gets Tori somewhere. I really hope they free Tori because I believe him. I believe that he didn't have nothing to do with it. The shoot. I mean, I feel like he wasn't trying to shoot Meg, and I believe that story. And hopefully, he get off soon. We was gonna talk about Cardi.
Definitely gonna talk about Cardi. She made an announcement early that morning that they was getting a divorce, but then by 6 o'clock that evening, she announcing that she's pregnant with the next baby. So you think that's like too much or like this extra as fuck? Because it's one of them you didn't have to mention. Neither one of them you really had to mention, if we're being honest. But if you want to be in the like, that was just weird as hell to say that like that.
Do you think
She took a pregnancy test later on that day.
honestly? Well, yeah, that could be, but honestly, I think anything that come out in the media that's just as crazy as that, which there has been several other occasions, Kiki Palmer, but um I be really thinking it's a marketing scheme at this point. I don't even trust relationships to be genuine like they used to be because I really feel like it's marketing involved, and they be or you too quiet. You ain't in the media enough right now. We need something out of you. We need to show your face.
Yeah.
Let's get some views. Let's get some conversation about you going type shit. And I'm not saying that's the case. She could genuinely be getting a divorce and having a baby at the same time, and that's craziness. I'm not a fan of people announcing their relationships, or announcing they whatever they mishaps publicly because that's nobody's business. I don't like when people discuss what they got going on, in their personal lives Because that's just, stuff for people to talk about. You literally giving people something to talk
And
about. And
she
why
the
would you want
same
to do
one
that?
that want to get on that bitch and get irritated and be crying and shit when people be just saying crazy shit to her in the comments stuff. But you out here giving out all your shit. I don't know what's going on. It is hard to trust people. All these girls. I mean, they go both ways. You can't really trust niggas because they doing slime ball shit. But girls out here taking all of the slime ball shit, and but that's the whole shit. They not even just taking it. You'll think like shit because it is girls that don't give a fuck about you cheating or like little shit like that, and you might just think you got one of these type of chicks. Whole time this bitch planning on your ass. Like, ooh, soon as this I get pregnant on his ass, I'm getting the fuck up. But like, if you that type of chick that don't fuck with that type of shit, and these athlete niggas been athletes since they been 5, 6 years old, they got a different. Them niggas
Right,
think
right.
different anyway. So if they know they got a bitch that don't give a fuck about certain shit like that, they gonna move accordingly. But if you do give a fuck about that, because I'm sure some females like I don't give a fuck about that athlete shit. You ain't doing that with me, and a nigga might fix his ways or at least try to be like more respectful or something like that.
I don't know. It kind of make me wonder: was the relationship genuine to begin with, or
That's what
was it
I'm
just
saying.
an
As far as
exchange?
like you know, you that's what I'm saying. You playing the whole type of role, and he just moving how he move. Not knowing that as soon as you could get a baby out this nigga, or as soon as this nigga proposed to you, I'm about to tear his ass up. And it's about to be, I'm about to get all this paperwork on his ass, all these times he did it and
Make
all
him
that
out
shit.
to be this dog ass nigga that I was rocking and rolling with. Because somebody made a statement. It was like every time uh Offset get caught cheating, they getting a divorce. Or I mean, she having a baby. He get caught cheating. She all of a sudden pregnant. So
They waiting on it. This an album rollout. What's
they
up?
did
What's
that the
up?
last time.
I
They did it last time.
don't know what she be saying, but that was Be Careful with Me.
Oh yeah. That is not the beat. I was so confused. I thought you was singing a whole nother song.
I'm not a Cardi B specialist, but you know.
I fuck with Invasion of Privacy. That was a fire album, but I don't like getting into people
They
relationships.
rollout, stupid rollout things. You remember the Jay-Z and Beyonce? They did it. They did that shit
They
stupid as
was
hell.
all
We had them all the way up. Everybody, Jay-Z, Beyonce,
then she
everybody
made a
rapping
whole He
about it, all
Cheated
that shit.
album.
Right. Lemonade, some shit
And
like that.
I fuck
Which
with
one
that.
was that?
Lemonade, I fuck with that album. She was dogging that
Becky
nigga.
with the good right, and that's fucked up off the energy. You giving out this energy and you feeding that shit into chicks that's really
Yeah.
going through this shit or
Yeah.
shit like that. That's like
And now they like, okay, if Beyonce going through it, I'm going through it too. Or
but then
I
it's
can
like, oh,
relate.
she human, right? It's relatable, and it
Yeah.
ain't gotta be.
You ain't gotta be that.
It could be relatable, but just a positive relatable. Just
Yeah.
because you going through, I don't gotta be fake and fucked up because I find that to be relatable. I want to keep staying being positive, so you can know that what you going through, you don't have to be going through that shit.
Yeah.
That be relatable that way. You don't have to be going through fucked up shit. Why don't you try to find somebody to make you feel like this? Why don't you push that instead of yeah, bitch, he cheated on me too? Like that ain't sweet.
Cheers. Let's have a divorce party because
Let's drink to it.
bitches have been having divorce parties and whatever. No shade. That's stupid. Someone no shade, but it's stupid. I don't.
Fuck that nigga.
Cheers. We all can't stand our niggas together. All that misery loves company type shit. I want to be
Yeah,
around
that's the
happy
wrong
bitches. I
energy.
want to be around happy married bitches so I can be feeling like I'm a
Like
happy
even
married
if you're
bitch.
going through it with your nigga or something, somebody that be like, here, I got this person. I got a little, you know what I'm saying? Somebody go talk to and shit. They got me and my nigga together and shit when we was going through a rough
Type
patch.
shit. Yeah.
Instead of yeah, bitch, yeah,
Yeah.
because
Fuck that.
low key, I seen him looking at Keisha hand
My
type of
nigga did the
ass.
same thing. That's why I left his ass. And now
That's why I
y'all,
be fucking with his cousin and his uncle.
Lord, not the cousin. Not the cousin, but we ain't gonna keep bashing women because we did kind of bash them on the last episode. So we gonna kind of get more positivity with the women
I'm about to
and
say I bash these whole ass niggas too.
because they ain't
Niggas gay, all types of shit.
low key, down low,
Yeah, I ain't talking about the regular gay niggas. I'm talking about
the
them
down
funny
low,
ones.
the ones who want to act like they ain't. So on a more positive note, because we have been bashing women for the last 10 minutes or whatever. So um, you've been watching the Olympics or following the Olympics a little bit?
Shout out to Simone Biles.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sure
Shout
she
out to
about
her.
4'6" or something, but she out here jumping like
She's
she 7'11".
She's man, wait, she got hops. She and then she, I wish I would have looked it up. I said I was gonna look it
Who
up,
the
but
fuck is
she
out
was the
here
first
doing double
woman.
backwards flips off of their leg, like regular
She the
feet?
first woman to accomplish one of the courses of in the Olympics. I don't know what it's called, but she won the first woman to achieve something in the Olympics, and shout out to her. I
Niggas couldn't
really,
do that shit on the trampoline.
I and my I'm so excited because my daughter has been watching it, and she fucking with Simone Biles, and she been watching, and she liked to flip and all that. So she a role model. That's she could have had Kamala could have had her flipped across the stage a couple times.
Not even being funny, real shit, like
Come
really
and
real shit.
do a little flip show,
Or one of the
flip
little
it back and forth.
WNBA chicks out
We would have
there
been
coming
like,
to talk. What's up?
wow,
What like something
wow. We'd have been
shooting a jump shot? Somebody do like
something.
it is. It was so many other people, so much other shit that could have been done. She could have brought old girl back up. What's her name from that show everybody used to watch? She was like the president's girlfriend or something. What's her you know who
I know
it
you're
was.
talking about.
It was on yeah.
This month girl.
Scandal.
What the hell is her name? I'm drawing a complete blank right now.
Yeah, but they could have had her come out. Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. I hate when people ask me and put me on blast. I'll be forgetting stuff. But yeah, she could have had so many different more people and different more people. Whatever.
It's cool. These early episodes, it's gonna be like this. Y'all gotta work with us.
I really, really fuck with the Olympics. I really feel like they're not advertising and talking about it as much. But
Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson.
yes, and shout out to Snoop Dogg because we just nominated him as being the face of the mascot for Olympics. He been at every show. He been rocking and rolling in the audience, getting the crowd hype, everything. I love it. Love to see it.
Snoop need to be there every time.
And then they got breakdance. What is it? Breakdancing. Breakdancing
right.
is in the Olympics. That's interesting. I love that. Like that's for the culture right there. I love that.
Definitely checking this shit out on YouTube later on.
Yeah, I want to watch it when it's done. But
Sha'Carri Richardson,
yeah.
super dope. She was kicking ass, but I just read something. And I'm not too sure how true it is, but it seemed like it was from a reasonable source. So one of these last race scared the shit out of me. I thought something dropped down or something.
Was it my hair or something?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was one of these last races or something like that. So they said her and another chick was trying to get in, and they wouldn't let them in through the entrance. So it took them all day to get around to another entrance. And so when they finally got in, they didn't have time to warm up. And so the other chick opted out because she felt like she didn't have time to warm up and she wasn't going to give her best performance. And Sha'Carri went and raced anyways, and she ended up coming in second. And they felt like she only came in second because she wasn't able to warm up.
Because the other girl wasn't in it. Instead of just giving her props because she probably would have came in second either way.
Yeah.
Man.
I think that's a little. I'm not always sure on it. We'll come back to this and confirm it once it's all the way. Probably on the next episode, but that sounds kind of bold, though.
Yeah. It's thundering and lightning outside, y'all.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
But no, I love it. I'm rooting for may the best man win. Oh, it was okay. One more thing before we wrap this up. It was something going on with the transgender that was doing the boxing or something with the female.
Yeah, there was a problem with that.
And then they want to come back in line and say that she was actually born a female and she's not a transgender.
That's crazy. I didn't hear about that part. And I don't know what the outcome of that was, right?
Because somebody tried to drop out because they didn't want to.
Guess what, though?
What?
One of them transgenders fought a regular nigga. He beat the shit out of it. And they was on there feeling some type of way about it. Like, no, I ain't shouldn't. But Charles about to let this motherfucker fight the girl.
Because you feel like a woman does not make you a woman. But that's another topic for another day. And we gonna wrap it up because I feel like we touched on a lot today. And I appreciate those who are watching I seen a few viewers. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, months, the views go up. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what topics y'all want to hear.
We out.